Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Lucy for those who are new here, and I do DIY videos. I do a little bit of mini videos, anything that is educational. Trust you me, I'm in there. Welcome back again, and on today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some tips or some a requested video by some of you, and I'm going to be sharing with you on how I lost my weight and how I have been able to keep it off. Uh, I'm a mother of two beautiful girls, aged 5 years and 3.5. And trust you me, when you say about weight gain and motherhood, I understand very well how it comes with the frustration, the changes, the body changes, and everything. But I thank God, but right now, the weight that I gained, I was able to lose it and I've been able to keep it off. How did I do that? That's the main question. And how have I been holding on, or how have I been trying to do so that I don't gain the weight back? One, the first thing first, it's because of food. And when I say about food, I mean calorie deficit. Calorie deficits whereby it's the calories that is needed by your body. You make sure that it doesn't exceed. You make sure that during the day or when you're eating, you don't eat high amount of food or food which are not nutritious. What do I mean? I mean calories. I don't do the counting. Let me just be frank, I don't do the weigh or grams weigh or something, but what I do is portion control. I make sure when I'm eating or when I'm taking a certain food, I'm doing it in moderation. I'm not binge eating, or I don't eat anyhowly. I don't eat that like I'm eating for two. I'm just eating just something that makes me satisfied, and I'm good to go. And when I'm eating food, I make sure that I'm eating balanced diet. By balanced diet, and I make sure that when I'm taking my food, proteins, it's much or it's more than the rest of the food, because it's very important. Why? Because proteins, they take a lot of time to be digested, and you'll find it when it's being digested, it takes a lot of time for you to get hungry. And like carbohydrates, when you take a lot of it, you have that tendency of they get digested very quickly, and you find yourself hungry more often, and thus you have the temptations of eating quite often in the course of the day or something. So every time that you're eating food, make sure that you're having a lot of proteins in it, but still you need carbs. Carbs, they are very important for your body also. You need also fatty foods. That is, you're supposed to also take, there are fats which are very, very, what do we call it, importance in our body. So you don't say that because you are trying to lose fats, you are not supposed to take fats. That's a false, because your body needs that for metabolism and all that. So you make sure that you're eating the healthy fats, you're eating the carbohydrates, the vitamins. Make sure that you're taking a lot of vegetables and proteins. Every time you take a meal, you're making sure that you're taking quite a lot of proteins in it. The second point about it, it's about do not stress it. I understand sometimes you are in situations whereby you're stressed. Sometimes you are in a situation whereby you don't feel like you're not yourself. You're the person that you always like. Your hormones are not okay. Everything is not fine. And some situations as such, you find yourself that you want to binge eat or you eat. There are some people who, when they are stressed, they eat. Trust you me, find some other things that they release stress the healthy way. You can work out, you can go for a walk, you can do therapy or something, but eating can never solve it. Always worsen the situation, because whatever that you're eating, it's accumulating in your body. And when I say out about stress eating, I have seen people who are struggling because of that. So when you find out you're in that situation, find some other way of releasing your stress other than eating. At that point, I can guarantee you it's taking a lot of fluids. And fluids, I mean water, first of all. You take a lot of water. You make sure that at the end of the day you have at least you have taken 1 liter. That is the least of it. But having 1.5 or 2 liters is even very, very important. Make sure that you are taking a lot of water and fluid. Another point that you never want to miss is exercise a lot. By exercise, it means sometimes you don't have to go to gym if you don't have that the gym. You're not a gym person. There are other ways that you can do. There are many exercises you can do at home. If you are not able to do that, make sure that you walk. You just take a walk. When you're going to a place that you want to maybe to buy something, or you just when you're taking some errands, make sure that you walk. Don't use maybe motorbike, don't use a vehicle, don't use anything, just walk. It helps a lot, and it comes handy when you're not a working out person, because your body need the movement. And when you're moving, that is the time the fats have been broken down, and you find yourself that you are losing weight by that. Because when you eat and sit down, you can imagine what happens. And you're going to at long run, maybe you'll experience that I'm not losing weight, but actually you are losing your progress is not as much as when you're walking or you're working out. It's totally different. You take a lot of time when you're not working out, or you're not move your body. Make sure that your body is in motion or in movement. That helps a lot. Another thing which I have been trying, it avoiding taking alcohol, yes, and taking very, what do you call it, like processed juices or processed things. That one's it in a way, it many people they find themselves in situation because of that. It's because of sometimes taking all these processed things, like you take sodas, you take processed juices, and you take there are juices you can blend at your home, very healthy, and they have a lot of, they don't have much calories. It's the calories are within your limits you're taking and everything. Make sure that you avoid alcohol. If you have to take alcohol, I'm not saying that you avoid or totally say you won't take it. It all depends with people. There are some people who can't stay without it, but maybe once in a week. Once in a week, maybe it can do. I don't know how about you, but I totally don't drink. That's it. And maybe when I take these juices, it's once in a while. When I'm taking maybe juices, yes, I do take, but I make sure I'm not taking it or I'm not overdoing it. That is the point. When you're eating, don't overeat. When you're drinking something, don't overdrink. At the same time, I'm not saying that don't overdo it and do it daily. For example, if you're taking alcohol, don't do it daily and then you say that you want the results. That's totally different. Alcohol, it's one of the drinks that I know they have a lot of calories. One consumption of alcohol, 1 cup of alcohol, or 1 glass of alcohol, or a sip or something, it contains a lot of calories. So maybe you can minimize that, because the moment you take that sip or 1 bottle of alcohol, it have a lot of calories. Trust me, it has already taken all the calories, or it has already popped up to an extent of which you do not want to reach. So make sure that you avoid some things which are not necessary. I know some people will come in my they asking some questions like, do I have some cheat meals? Yes, I do have cheat meals. I can take even fries. But how often do I take? Maybe in a week I can take fries once since you need. So even when you're taking the chips, at least you have a lot of proteins in your body. Because when you take maybe chips alone or the fries alone, you find that they are going to be digested so fast, and and already they have a lot of calories because they are deep fried. You can imagine they have a lot of calories, and you get hungry faster. And trust me, you have already taken a lot of calories in your body, and when you are hungry, you're going to get back, or you want to eat, and you exist. It can make you exceed the calories that you're supposed to consume per day or in a day. So I do take cheat meals, but I do take it maybe once or twice, or depending with you how you want it, but make sure that you don't overeat or you don't overdo anything. Another question some people ever ask me is what other question? There's something someone asked me like, do I eat wheat? Yes, I am a fan of chapatis. I am a fan of chapatis. I don't know whether I can go without chapatis. What do I do about that? Maybe once in a week. Not maybe. My family also love chapatis. What do? I do cook. But when I cook, how do you consume it? Two chapatis, they are enough. I just eat two chapatis and I'm good to go. In a week, I can take maybe two. Maybe in a week, I can take four. Maybe on Monday, I take two. On Friday, I take two. And I'm good to go. Like, you don't have to sacrifice everything or whatever you love. You take it gradually and you're going to get it there. And the last thing that I want to tell someone out there, it's because take time for yourself, or take time, or don't stress out because of the weight that you're carrying, or you're trying to lose weight that it's not coming through. Having there or working out or doing anything and it's not working out for you, you're like, this is not working for me, and you end up leaving your goal of losing weight, and it's not going to help. So what do? You continue having that, the consistency about it. That's when you're going to see the results. That's even when you start losing. Maybe when you start being keen on those things, the third week you're going to see some results. The third week you're going to start seeing some results. Maybe some inches at your belly, you see that some clothes which were not fitting, and that encourages you. But if you're not keen on what you're doing, some people it takes time. There are some people, we have different bodies. Remember that. Don't compare your journey with someone else's journey, how much they lose weight or how fast they do that. What is your journey? Remember that. Always ask yourself, or how do I help myself, or how do I do it? Start comparing someone's journey, how they lost it and how you are not losing. Focus on what you are doing and what you are not doing right. And when you do that, it's your own journey that is going to motivate you. Because the moment you see someone maybe took 3 or 2 months to bounce back, or 3 months to bounce back, it always take time. Also, it took a lot of time for the thing. Consistency is what makes people lose weight or get to a point that they want to. So I'll see you in the next video. Make sure that you subscribe, share with someone who maybe you need this video. And if you want something or clarification about anything, drop a comment down there. We are going to talk about it. Bye bye.